Jacob Rees-Mogg finally understands what's not going right with Brexit.
When the economy shrinks across the land and recession time is close at hand, we spook the market, crashed for pound, and mortgage rates soar all around.
So, a State of the Nation programme that Jacob Rees-Mogg hosts on GB News, the right-wing populist channel which employs political washouts such as Boris Johnson, Lee Anderson, Nigel Farage and all these other right-wing people, and gives them a voice. They believe in no censorship, they believe in freedom of speech, whilst also being a bit dodgy and receiving lots of complaints, hiring someone like Lawrence Fox and hiring people just because of their names. John Cleese, Peter Andre. Who on earth lets Peter Andre present his own programme? But anyway, I digress. Jacob Rees-Mogg hosts State of the Nation on GB News, and on GB News on the 21st of March, Jacob Rees-Mogg hosted a particularly poignant piece of journalism in which he finally understands what went wrong with Brexit. So in this video, here's the clip of a little bit of his State of the Nation speech, his State of the Nation programme on GB News on Thursday the 21st of March.
Anything that makes trade more difficult makes countries poorer.
So, is the reality of Brexit finally setting in for the esteemed gentleman from the 19th century, Jacob Rees-Mogg? In his recent campaign against initiatives aimed at improving lives for Britons, Jacob Rees-Mogg criticised carbon reduction measures introduced by the EU, particularly in industries like steel. He emphasised the need for the UK to closely align themselves with the EU when it comes to the standards in terms of facilitating export to the single market. But let's focus on the pivotal moment when Jacob Rees-Mogg, in his interview with commentator Nigel Nelson, realised something about Brexit. So during the discussion with the political commentator Nigel Nelson about taxing imports from countries with lax environmental standards, Jacob Rees-Mogg hinted at a different perspective. He suggested that such measures can be seen as an opportunity, raising the question as to whether objections stem from the move towards net zero emissions or from adopting EU standards and regulations. Rees-Mogg's stance on trade and environmental policies is intriguing, given his possible financial interests in the fossil fuel industry and his staunch support for Brexit. This raises doubts about his motives, doesn't it really? And honesty about the impacts of Brexit on UK industries and trade relationships. Ultimately, the crux of the matter is why advocate for policies that hinder trade, especially when acknowledging that barriers to trade only serve to impoverish trade, to impoverish nations. Brexit appears to only be exacerbating economic challenges rather than alleviating them. So basically, Nigel Nelson says that actually his advocation of Brexit actually hindered trade, and that actually Jacob Rees-Mogg, a guy who champions free trade and less big state and less big government, has actually contradicted that by his staunch stance on Brexit. It is completely correct. Anyway, let me know what you think. Did you watch the State of the Nation address? I keep thinking he's like the sovereign or something. I keep thinking King Jacob Rees-Mogg does a State of the Nation address. I keep thinking that Jacob Rees-Mogg is the president of the US and he's doing a State of the Union address. That's basically where it came from. But yeah, tell me what do you think? Do you think Nigel Nelson, not Nigel Farage, Nigel Nelson, is correct when he basically tackled Jacob Rees-Mogg on the fact that actually his voting of Brexit is the thing that hindered free trade, which is something he champions? Do you agree as a Brexiteer? Do you agree as a Remainer? Do you agree as a regretter? Let me know what you think in the comments. I've been Jake from Just Jake. Like, share the video, share to your friends and family, and yeah, just keep on watching. Thank you very much for watching the channel. And do not forget to check out the description of where you can click on a link and go and follow my Rumble channel as well, because who has too many social medias? I do not. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time. And remember, make love, not war. Or actually, make some food. We're going to need it if we carry on hindering our trade prospects. Did you like the video? Then hit the subscribe button. Or watch some more videos. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and helps the channel grow. Thank you very much.